Every female in our lives right now seems to be suffering from the same complaint. There's too much to do and too little time, and we're struggling to buckle down. Most of us ladies right now are aiming for better productivity, focus, and motivation.
If this sounds familiar, this episode is for you. Brierley and I are so excited to share 4 new hacks pulled from brand new surveys or research to boost productivity in women. Let's dive in.
This episode right now is my favorite episode of season 6. And we are at the beginning of recording. We've not even gotten into it. And I mean, I'm sure listeners are tired of hearing us say this, Carolyn, but like this was a true team effort. This was a serious Carolyn Brierley collab.
And man, did we come through.
We really
I'm so
did.
Excited about sharing this information with people because these are really like nuggets, hacks. Well, first, we really struggled with our productivity lately for the past 2 to 3 years. We can't say lately anymore.
We're in
2 to 3
we're
years.
in an era of productivity problems.
Yes, thank you. Yes. I don't know if anybody else is, but so when we discovered these little nuggets, and I was like, Brierley, at first I was like, how are we going to, like, I have a bunch of little things I want to share with listeners that I think they'd find fascinating or super helpful. Yeah. But I'm like, they're all kind of random and none of them warrants a whole episode. And so then I started just making a list this morning because we had no topic yet. And I was like,
well, first,
all of these relate to productivity.
But first, before you said that, I was like, hold on, Carolyn. I am, there's a common thread here. And the thread is girl power.
Yes.
I was like, but we can't, like, that can't be like the subject of like, or the topic of our podcast. Like, we got to come up with something better. And then,
because how do you feel girl power? You feel empowered and productive.
And then you came through
And y'all, these are really, really fun. There are 4 hacks that we're going to share with you. One is actually a supplement that I've been taking. Mm-hmm. The other 2, the other 3 are just fascinating. And
please, everybody, stay for number 4.
Yes.
Stay for number 4.
Yes. And you're covering that because that's a little out of my comfort zone. So, so let's jump on in. I'm so excited.
All right. First productivity hack is creatine hydrochloride. Look, we have talked about creatine a lot. We've got 2 previous episodes on creatine.
Go listen to them if you need them.
I highly encourage it.
If you're not on creatine and you're a female, you need to be, not just to maintain your lean body mass, but more importantly, your brain. Okay, so this was new research that looked at taking... this is brand new, y'all. Like, we just saw this at our conference like a month ago, and we have tried it since then.
Yes.
So this is brand new research.
I got to talk to the, like, total geek out moment. I got to talk to the researcher of this study. Mm-hmm. I can't remember. He's from somewhere in the Netherlands. Anyway.
They usually know what they're doing over there.
It was really... It was so cool to talk to him. So this it was an 8-week study. It looked at women who are in perimenopause and menopause. It looked at their brain and their moods taking creatine every day.
Okay, and just to lay like a little foundation, there is beginning to be some research about taking creatine and its potential effects on reducing memory loss and maintaining the brain mass, that usually gets smaller with age. But right now, the standard creatine, if you're taking creatine right now, I guarantee you're probably taking the form of it is creatine monohydrate.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's what you have all the research on when it comes to like maintaining lean body mass or building muscle mass.
Yes.
And that's what some of the preliminary brain research has been on. So this is a new form, what Brierley mentioned, this creatine hydrochloride.
Yep.
And so what she's talking about is a big study that looked at supplementing
with this
instead of the typical monohydrate.
Exactly.
And this is we're going to recommend a brand, but I don't know another company that's really selling it in this form. Well,
I haven't looked. That's a really good point. I don't know.
Okay, so this study.
They looked at women in perimenopause and menopause, which totally makes sense, right? We're going through brain fog. We're going through mood fluctuations. I would agree. But the other thing that's super cool about looking at women is that women naturally have less creatine in their bodies than men do, which
and
we've talked about before.
It's not because we have less muscle mass.
Right. We just
store less.
We store less, which makes it even more important. So this was one of our favorites, placebo-controlled, double-blind study. Okay, so this is the gold standard of how a research study needs to be done. It was 8 weeks long, and they had 4 different groups. So one group got a low dose of this creatine hydrochloride. Another group got a medium dose. A third group got another version of creatine hydrochloride that also had something called creatine ethyl ester, CEE. Or the fourth group got a placebo. Here's what they found. The low dose group, they saw the largest increase in creatine in their brains. More so than the medium size dose
Okay, so
group.
I'm sitting here.
Okay.
Significantly improved alertness, executive functioning and control, processing speed, and reaction times.
Yes.
And this is the low dose that had the best results.
Yes.
Let me also just say, this low dose, I'll say it if you are familiar with a typical creatine dosage.
Oh, no, we're going to talk about it.
750 milligrams. That is very low from what you're probably taking. If you're taking creatine, you're taking probably 4, 5, 6 times that.
Right.
And it's hard to get it all in. So this is a very low dose to have such significant brain findings.
Yes. So when we've talked about creatine monohydrate, they say for most of the brain benefits, you should be aiming for 10 grams. A lot of the research, though, when we even looked at it, they did 20 grams in the studies so that they could get significant findings. So when I was talking to this researcher, he was like, look, like a lot of the research is saying 20 grams of creatine monohydrate because it takes a massive load for it to cross the blood-brain barrier. Yeah. And he was like, we don't know why yet, but creatine hydrochloride crosses the blood-brain barrier better. Now, the dose, 750 milligrams, convert that to grams, that's 0.75 grams, 0.75.
Less than 1 gram compared to 10 or 20 grams.
Correct.
And let me tell you, when I don't like powders that you stir into stuff typically, you're fine with that. So that's how you've been taking your creatine. So I looked into capsules of creatine before I knew about this hydrochloride form. But when we first did our first creatine episode, I was like, oh, I'm on Amazon right now buying it. I looked into capsules because I was like, I don't want to stir something. Well, to get even like 5 grams, I had to swallow like 7 capsules of this powder. Yeah. So it blows my mind that we are seeing such great benefits with this tiny, tiny dose that's really, I've been putting it in my electrolytes and can't even taste it.
Which is...
I mean, it's not even like I don't think it's even like a fourth of a teaspoon barely.
It is a very, very small amount.
Yeah. So, and he explained it as this particular form, the hydrochloride.
Yes, right? Creatine hydrochloride.
Crosses the brain barrier.
So that's what their hypothesis is that it crosses the blood-brain barrier much better, or it's more effective, or the brain can, let's say, utilize more because they were able to measure the amount of creatine in the different regions of the brain. Ooh. And so what he was saying is they were actually able to
see it somehow, like on a brain scan or imaging, and see that
there was more in the parts of the brain, even on the low dose. The low dose actually had the most creatine. And what he was saying is he said, we don't fully know the mechanism yet. So that part, that's getting into the nitty gritty, which I don't know that listeners really care about. But
hey, with these results, I don't care.
Right. Exactly.
Usually I'd be very interested, and I probably will be down the road, but I don't care. I'm at a point with my productivity, like, bring it on. Yeah. And this is a very reputable company that shared this study and that makes the form of the creatine hydrochloride we've been taking. Have you been taking it? Because I've been taking it.
I have dabbled in it. I really need to get back on it.
Oh, it's with my electrolyte powder every single morning. And let me tell you, it's hard. It's going to be subtle, but I feel like it's kind of working.
Good.
I feel like it's working.
I need to get back on it then.
I need to I need to do a few days off and then a few days on, and so I can make
To
some
see.
definite notes.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this. Maybe it's just a placebo effect.
Who cares?
Who cares? A placebo effect is better than what I had.
Yeah.
You know what? And I'll take anything I can get these days.
Yeah.
For productivity, and this is helping me.
They also, if you've listened to our other creatine episodes, we've talked about loading. They didn't do a loading phase with this.
No.
And they still yielded these results.
The other thing is those high doses that you've had with studies past, and that we mentioned our higher doses in our past episodes, they can make you retain water at first.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is less than a gram, though. This isn't going to cause
It shouldn't.
Yeah. So we are loving our creatine hydrochloride for our productivity, for our slight increase in brain clarity.
Mm-hmm.
We have. I was just about to pull it in my bag, but I don't have it with me because I keep it in my kitchen. So it's the first thing.
So you don't forget.
Yes, I don't forget. We are using the Concrete creatine hydrochloride, and you can get it on Amazon. We'll put a link in our show notes as well. I think I have the lemon lime flavor. What do you have?
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. That was what they had for us.
So, ladies,
highly recommend.
highly recommend.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's productivity hack number 1 that we are doing, that we wanted to share.
All right, productivity hack number 2.
Ugh, this is so, number 2 is so validating and so empowering. Like,
It really is.
Okay, so there was a study in the Harvard Business Review, or a report in the Harvard Business Review about a study that essentially found that when women are in the room, like in a business setting, smarter decisions are made. Let me read you the summary. When women are in the room, decisions are more carefully considered. A study published in the Harvard Business Review confirms what we already know. Women come prepared. They attend meetings ready to work, ask tough questions, and challenge the status quo with critical thinking that shapes major decisions. They're unafraid to say, I don't know, because that honesty opens the door to better collaboration, less competition, and smarter leadership. When women are in the room, decisions are more thoughtful, oversight is stronger, and accountability rises. And it says, and this holds true across the board, companies see greater success, peace negotiations hold firm, and governments are more stable and less likely to resort to force when women are involved.
I love that.
And I love they closed with a quote. They said, as Ruth Bader Ginsburg said, women belong in all places where decisions are being made.
I mean, look, we make all the decisions at home. And I know someone's going to say, like, no, you don't. Whatever. We steer that ship.
We juggle all the balls. We make all the decisions.
Yeah. And so if we can juggle all the balls of a kid's schedule, our work schedule, a spouse's schedule, you know, I love a calendar. Like, why are we not equipped to be making hard decisions in the workplace?
And here's why we're so good, why we're so needed in the boardroom is all we do is clean up other people's messes and keep them on track.
Such a good
Whether
way
it's
to put
a
it.
husband, a significant other,
An
kids,
ex-husband.
Parents, ex-husbands. Good God, we're still overseeing our ex-husbands' lives.
Mm-hmm.
All we do is clean up people's messes.
Literally and
or
figuratively.
protect them or guide them. And when they don't do what we say, we get things fixed for them and get everybody right, back on the ship. So our brain just naturally thinks like that because we're like,
problem solving.
We don't want to mess for us in the end. So let's go through all these questions. Let's look at all our options. Let's
problem solve.
But I just
now.
love this. I love this stuff.
I mean, and come on, nobody can argue with Harvard Business Review. Sheesh.
No.
I love it.
No.
All right.
Okay, so I guess our takeaway is, that's just empowering. And that empowering makes you more productive.
Yes, exactly.
And you're needed.
I feel like the productivity hack is go to the meeting.
Well, unless it's PTA.
Okay. No, you're right. Fine. We need those women too. We do. We need those women. But not for me.
I think this is more saying in male-dominated things, women are needed.
Yeah. They are.
Yeah. Okay. Productivity hack number 3. It is official.
Yes.
You need a girls' night out every 22 days.
I need a girls' night out more often than every 22 days.
Yes.
I need one about every 4.
The bare, yes.
4 days. Every 4 days.
But don't go more than 22. We now have a study to say we cannot go more than 22 days. We should not. Now, we can do it more frequent.
We need to remember this, too. Like this said girls' night out. That's more than like a lunch.
I put girls' night out. So not necessarily. This just said girls' nights. So it could be a girls' night in.
Okay, but fine. A girls' night. The point is it's a night. It's not just like a lunch. We're not talking about, I just want to clarify that they use the words girls' night, and I am going to go so far as to say that doesn't mean having lunch with your girlfriends while the kids are at school.
No.
This means absolving yourself of all the evening responsibilities and doing something with your friends.
Yes, and here's a great example. You and I, we did something we rarely do. We went to lunch. And then we went to shop at Evereve.
Mm-hmm.
And we were out of our work pocket for about 2 hours. Mm-hmm. We never do that.
Never.
And it was so much fun. I was just thinking, Brierley, we need to do that more often. And did we really lose that much productivity? No.
We did not.
And we probably gained some because we had that experience together. But it's still not the same as getting together at night when you're just free of the daytime obligations.
Yes.
It doesn't matter about alcohol.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's absolving yourself of the evening responsibilities.
Yes. So, new research finds that girls' nights aren't just fun, but essential. Women say they need a girls' night every 22 days to feel balanced. And they say a girls' night with close friends might be one of the most grounding things we can do. So, it was actually a wine company that commissioned this nationwide study, but it was done by a large survey research company. And they surveyed a nationwide survey of 2,000 women, and they surveyed them to better understand what makes a girls' night meaningful and how and when they're used to reconnect. And they, nearly 8 in 10 women, 78%, agree that girls' nights are necessary to feel recharged. They're not just a nice-to-have thing. They're necessary to recharge. While 62% of women say they'd choose a girls' night over a romantic dinner with a partner, what defines the night isn't necessarily the activity, it's the conversation. I love that.
That's so true. So true.
And here, you're going to love this even more. 83% say they prefer unstructured talk over any planned entertainment. I love that.
I love that too. I mean, I think that's why we enjoy like having a meal together or hanging out at somebody's house or meeting up for just drinks with, and whatever. Not necessarily like, I love to like go to a movie or a play or a concert or whatever, but it extracts the conversation component.
And you know what I love? I love like when I'm with you and we're hanging out, like I kind of never know where our conversation's going to go.
That's so true. You never know.
I've never had as many conversations go off the rails as I have with anybody else.
Same.
Okay, so they did ask women what these unstructured talk or conversations usually end up being, and they say 19% juicy updates from your own lives, 15% relationships, 13% family updates. And those really led the way, and they far outpaced like work drama or celebrity news. I will agree. We really
don't. Unless something's like really spicy in celeb news or really spicy in work drama.
Yeah.
We really don't talk about that.
I'll save the celebrity news for like during the work day when we're working.
Yeah.
Drop in.
Yeah, and that's more like you're updating me because I live under a rock.
Yes.
So you're like, ooh, let me tell you about something that you need to know about so that you don't look like an idiot later.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Okay. A few more takeaways. They say, quote, there's something powerful about slowing down and creating space for real conversation. The survey found that hosting duties are flexible, with nearly 60% saying there's no official host in their friend group. I like that because I don't want the pressure.
Yep.
Although you are always great to unofficially host at your house.
But the word that you use that is so appropriate is unofficial.
Yeah.
As it's like, hey, come on over. Maybe bring something to drink. Maybe bring something to eat. We're going to figure this out.
I appreciate that you're a woman that will do that, because there's a lot of women, I don't know if I'd be like this with you, but they would be like, oh, my house isn't clean enough, or I don't have, or, that kind of stuff. But you're just like, house looks like crap. Come on over.
It's so true.
Okay. Let's see. What else did I want to share?
They said they listed some favorite activities that I just am like,
Yeah. If they did an activity, watching movies, dancing, cooking together. I don't even want to do that. I just want to sit there and talk.
I was going to say, just sit there and talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll sit there and talk while you cook.
That's right. I've done that. But I love that. I love that. Like, that's one of my favorite things. Like, let's all talk and I'll cook and, we go from there.
Okay. So productivity hack number 3 is you've got to get a girls' night. Doesn't have to be a girls' night out, but get together with some close girlfriends and have good conversation at least every 22 days. We now have it official in a study.
I love it.
Or survey.
I love it. It's a survey. We
recommend more
legitimate.
Frequent, but
yes.
Okay, and then number 4. This aside from the creatine, this is a jewel that we found, and I found it, and Carolyn, I could not wait to show it to you.
I just was shouting it from the rooftops.
Loved it, and so I'm going to let you run with it because this is more your area than mine.
Okay, the statistics this is also based on a survey of 1,000 American workers. The statistics are going to blow your mind. All right, productivity hack. Have sex before work.
Yep. They say it can increase your job satisfaction and help you score a raise.
Yes. So,
in productivity. Please tell more.
When American workers, the group that was surveyed, those that reported having sex before work in the morning, they said they had the highest levels of productivity. 71% of them said that they had high productivity. Highest levels of task completion. The best amount of focus. The most motivation. And the highest levels of job satisfaction.
I wish y'all could see this chart that I'm looking at from this article. Now, granted, this is from the New York Post. But this is a chart, and it breaks down how based on the time of day of when you have sex, and then it looks at when productivity is greatest, when task completion is greatest, focus, motivation, job satisfaction. And across the board for every single one of those, it is highest when you have sex before work.
Compared to any of the other times of day. And it is significantly higher. You say that it's from the New York Post, which they put it in this lovely chart, but it was Zip Health was the one who did it, and they are an online pharmacy. So it was study authors for Zip Health that did it. So it came from a more credible source than just the New York Post. But let's take, for example, most people, let's say, they have sex before they go to sleep. I'm just gonna make that up. Hypothetically speaking. Okay. So productivity, they were saying, that group says 55% of them say that they're productive. Okay?
Okay.
Morning before work, 71%.
That's a big jump.
People who say weekends only, 48%.
Yeah.
Versus 71%.
We might have to try to paste this chart into the show notes because I just think it's fascinating because 71% productivity. I'm going to have to just figure out a way to paste this into the show notes. You're going to have to figure that out.
It is fascinating.
Yeah. But Liz, did you see nearly 1 in 5 American workers who have morning sex said they've received a promotion in the past year?
Yeah.
And that's highest than any other time people who have sex at other times.
Yes.
Over half who have sex in the morning, 51% said they've received a raise in the past year.
it's in addition to it. First of all, it blew my mind. In addition to all of this like productivity part, they also found that having sex in the morning leads to higher measures of emotional and mental well-being. So 68% had higher overall happiness, 63% had greater emotional stability, 58% had stronger confidence and self-esteem, and 49% had better stress management.
Wow.
And
this is fascinating.
When you look at that chart you were talking about, the other part that I wanted to point out is the people who had sex in the morning or like midday, like a nooner, like lunch breaks, that group was the least likely to have burnout compared to any other time of day.
Okay, well, I really can't stop my day for that. I know you went through a period where you did, but that I get in a zone. I got to keep going. No, the people that are most likely to have morning sex, it says Gen X and baby boomers. So I guess and then it says followed by millennials and Gen Z.
Have sex in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So the younger people are not having sex in the morning. The older people are having sex in the morning.
Yeah, including
that's the
our
takeaway.
Parents. Yeah. Okay. Oh, look. Here's some more info. Workers most likely to have morning sex by industry. Most likely are those in marketing.
Yes.
Followed by hospitality, manufacturing, construction and trades, and entertainment. Okay.
You got to get up real early to have sex in the morning if you're working in construction or trade, because those people start early.
Yeah, those poor partners.
Right?
Okay, workers most likely to have morning sex by job role. Number 1, executives and business owners.
Yeah.
2, senior managers or department heads. Okay, this is going to be weird now when I go into my workplace and I see like a dean or division chair. Okay, number 3, first level managers or team leads, followed by mid-level employees and then entry level. Americans who have morning sex report the highest levels, like you said, of happiness, confidence, and emotional stability.
Emotional stability. Imagine walking into your workday with greater emotional stability.
Well, listen to this. Those who have sex before work report 68% higher overall happiness.
Yes.
63% greater emotional stability, 58% stronger confidence and self-esteem, 49% better stress management.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you know what I just thought of? You know, we've all had those like doofus like managers.
Yeah.
And you're always like, God, why is like he really thinks he can like do no wrong. Like he thinks he is the shit. Like,
yeah.
He thinks he is so good and he has no idea that he is like the worst manager ever. Like, and maybe he's just having sex every morning and that's why he's got this strong confidence and self-esteem.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
Wow. It says the morning ritual that beats caffeine.
I mean, yes.
This is so fascinating.
Yeah. So, productivity hack number 4.
Well, now look, here. Number 4 is doing double duty, ladies, because 1, you're going to increase your focus and productivity. 2, you're going to make more money within a year.
Yes, that's right.
Now, I wish they had said how many mornings a week we got to do this, because I really I am a early morning workout girl. And by workout, I mean an actual workout.
Yeah.
Not
that kind of workout.
Right. Like
you got to put on like some exercise clothes and go to a gym.
And if you know me, I mean, if I don't get it done, then it's probably not going to happen the rest of the day. I like to just do it, get dressed. And I'm really talking about working out here. So
you got to start calendaring your
sex
sex versus
mornings,
your exercise.
because I could use a bump in income. So I need to know how many mornings I've got to make this work.
You know, Carolyn, I suggest that maybe you take that on your own and then circle back with listeners in about 6 months.
How about I just do more than I'm doing right now?
Yes, there we go.
In the morning.
It could be one of those.
See.
It could just be like the more the better. Like if you increase it just a little bit, that's all that you need to do.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go put something on my calendar for a year from now. And then we're going to see how my freelance income
increases
has changed.
All right.
Hopefully increased.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do that.
Do it.
Okay.
Can't wait to circle back with listeners.
I just love this episode. I feel validated. I feel empowered. I have new ideas.
I mean, I wish that listeners could see our faces right now because we are both like grinning from ear to ear and laughing. But you know what?
How desperate are we to be productive again?
It's like we are desperate. But I think all women are desperate.
I think they are too.
All of the women I know are desperate to be more productive, to retain more information, to be more efficient in getting things done. And look, here are just a few simple things.
Yeah. Okay. So to recap on our hacks, I'm going to put the link of the creatine hydrochloride that we have both been taking that was used in this study that got the amazing brain results. I'm going to figure out a way to put a screenshot of this chart so you can see exactly how the time of day when you have sex correlates with your work-life performance.
Yes.
In case you want to make any changes there.
Yes.
And then go ahead, ladies, and look at when your last night was with your girlfriends where you had some meaningful conversation, and then get something on the calendar within 3 weeks.
There we go.
Okay. I love some takeaways.
You did a great job. I mean, you were very specific.
Okay.
Very specific.
Yeah, let us know if you like this episode as much as we did.
I hope you do. But if you
hope
don't,
you do.
it's okay.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Thank you so much for joining us for the Happy Eating Podcast. I'm Brierley Horton.
And I'm Carolyn Williams. If you liked this week's episode, then don't forget to rate and leave us a review on iTunes. And be sure to hit the subscribe button so you'll never miss a new episode.
We can't wait to have you back at our table next week for a brand new episode. Bye.
The contents discussed in the Happy Eating Podcast, such as advice, studies, text, graphics, images, and other material discussed or presented on the site or podcast, are for informational purposes only. Content is not intended to be a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your mental health professional or other qualified health providers with any questions you may have regarding your condition. Never disregard professional advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have heard on the Happy Eating Podcast.
If you are in crisis or think you may have an emergency, call your doctor or 911 immediately. If you're having suicidal thoughts, call 1-800-273-TALK, that's 8255, to talk to a skilled trained counselor at the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. If you are located outside the United States, call your local emergency line immediately.